Hello, everyone. Welcome back to TSI. Happy Easter to everybody who celebrates. Actually, that's why I'm in like a collared shirt and jeans right now. I just came back from like brunch and church and all that stuff. So
I did.
Yeah. He came back from Japan yesterday, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
That's nice. Yeah. And I was in California. We were on our spring break these past 2 weeks. So that's been fun. But yeah, today's like our first like more official podcast type video. We know we've had like a few we put in the playlist, but this is more like an official one where
mostly it's tier list.
Yeah.
This one we're gonna try something different, see how it goes.
Right. Yeah, in here. But yeah, like today is just more topics and stuff. Yeah. So the first thing I want to talk about, obviously this year, 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace. So we know they're re-releasing The Phantom Menace in theaters on May 3rd.
And they're also releasing all the other movies.
Yes.
And so it's going to be a type of marathon movie for Star Wars Day.
Yeah. It's crazy because like they're only doing it in a few theaters around, the US. I don't know about the world. But I was going to try to get tickets and it was already sold out within like a day. There's right now... I forget what theater it is, but it's like some Harkins, and there's one seat in the front row, and that's all they have. Everything's been taken. It's insane.
Did you book it?
No, I have not. I could because, there's no way someone's staying for 24 hours, There's no way all those spots are gonna like be filled for the whole 24 hours it is. It's crazy that they're even doing this in the first place.
I think they just need money.
Yeah.
There's shows... more on that later.
More, yeah. When we get into the,
Yeah, I think it's a cash grab.
Yeah, that's true. But, okay, so I will probably watch The Phantom Menace, though. There's a lot of spots for that. And it's not just going to be on May 3rd. It's like, I think from May 3rd.
The entire weekend?
Yeah, I have more than that. May 3rd to May 9th. Which is like basically like a full week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice. I'm excited for that because I have not watched The Phantom Menace.
No, I haven't watched any of the movies. Actually,
really?
In a lot. It's been like a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
Since I've seen it if it's on like cable, but I've never sat down to fully watch it.
Oh wow. I watched them like a lot.
Yeah.
Except for Phantom Menace.
I watched the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars is amazing. I finished that like last year. Actually, like 1 year ago because I finished it last spring break in 2023. So
yeah,
that's kind of crazy. Yeah, okay, so something I wanted to talk about was the sequels, because I feel like that's something we have not talked about like a ton on the channel. So I want to see, what's your take on the sequels? They're very divisive, especially, right now, I think.
So I just think there's good aspects and there's bad aspects.
Mm-hmm.
My least favorite part is when Rey says she's a Skywalker at the end.
Yeah.
That really just stands out. I think Kylo Ren's a good character.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
And I think they should have utilized him more.
Yeah, for sure.
And so those are my main thoughts. I like Finn.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Poe.
Yeah. He's
BB-8.
BB-8's great, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my opinion is like really like all over the place because I feel like individually each movie is like they're all enjoyable to an extent. The problem is they just like they don't fit in well with the rest of
the original.
Yeah, and in reality they don't fit well with each other either because in my opinion I think Force Awakens it's a good movie and all, but
I think Force Awakens was the best one.
Yeah, it's between. I just have so many opinions on them. The problem with Last Jedi for me, I feel like, again, it's enjoyable, but it just doesn't, it's not a good follow-up to The Force Awakens, because, I feel like J.J. Abrams set up all these things in The Force Awakens, like with Finn being Force-sensitive, Captain Phasma having a bigger role.
And then it just doesn't get used.
It's like Rian Johnson just kind of like, I don't know what he did. And then the problem was they bring back J.J. Abrams for Rise of Skywalker. And J.J. Abrams tries to do what he wanted to do for The Last Jedi in The Rise of Skywalker and also make new stuff for The Rise. It's just, there's too much going on. Yeah. So in my opinion, they should have just had one director for all three.
I agree.
Because the issue is this that there's just too much going on.
Too much
overall.
disconnect.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought the Last Jedi was fine, actually.
The Last Jedi, I think,
like on its own, it's fine.
I think it's actually the best sequel in terms of being a sequel to the rest of Star Wars because
it brings back Luke.
It brings back Luke, and I actually enjoy the character arc he had, and especially the end.
Too.
Right, especially the end where he's fighting Kylo Ren. I really like how he didn't actually get into like a real fight with him. He just kind of let himself die, which is essentially what Obi-Wan did with Darth Vader.
Yeah, it brings it full circle.
Exactly, and I think I actually love that part. And I agree with you. There's a lot of like good scenes. Like one of my favorites in The Rise of Skywalker is when Han Solo comes back as that like vision to Kylo Ren, and they talk on the Death Star ruins, and that's like when Kylo Ren kind of turns back to the light. That's like one of my favorite scenes. I think that was great. So overall, I enjoy them. Like I can watch them and have fun, but
I wouldn't watch them. I wouldn't do a marathon with all. I'd do with the prequels and then the original trilogy.
Yeah,
because those are all connected.
Yeah, that's true. They make like a nice story for sure. Okay, so more Star Wars stuff to talk about here is how we know there's a new show coming out on June 4th. It's called The Acolyte. We put it on our community tab on the channel here. Actually, let's show the poster. Here it is. In an age of light, a darkness rises. Star Wars The Acolyte, June 4th on Disney+. Another TV show, which we've already said we're not the biggest fans of. I'm just going to turn on the fan real quick. But yeah, they just dropped the trailer, I think, on I don't know, last week or something like that. Yeah, we watched through it, and my opinion overall is I think there's a good concept there. I'm glad they're diving into some of the stuff before the Phantom Menace, and I like how disconnected it feels from the Skywalker Saga, because one of the big things with The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, they're fine shows for sure, but they've just put in too much stuff. They've thrown in Luke Skywalker, they've thrown in Anakin, which is cool to see them, but sometimes I just want to see a story that is its own thing, because they ended the Skywalker Saga for a reason, so I think they need to go outside of those movies overall. I don't know, the trailer just didn't really sell me all the way. I don't know.
My biggest thing with it is the Sith, because I know you're saying that it feels disconnected from the Skywalker Saga, but in the Phantom Menace, they did say that this was the first Sith in millennia, and I think that's something that needs to be that still needs to exist.
Right, exactly. I mean, you're basically just getting rid of a fact that was said in the Phantom Menace. So I'm hoping they find some way to explain it. I'll definitely watch it. I'm just hoping it's good, because we need some good Star Wars content here,
especially with Marvel being so.
Well, yeah, trash. Exactly, right. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this whole Disney Plus thing. I know they need to do it because Star Wars and Marvel are their biggest franchises right now, but it's just I don't know. They need to do a better job if they want to keep it going, because clearly we've seen that their viewers have declined for things like Secret Invasion and Echo, and I think some of the other Star Wars shows too. I'm not really sure which ones, but I think especially because the Acolyte is it's not involving characters like Ahsoka or the Mandalorian.
That's nice, because that's what you were saying about it being disconnected from the rest of Star Wars, which I think is something they need to do to get back on track. I'd
be super open to getting another trilogy just about the Old Republic, not a part of the Skywalker Saga. Yeah, with Darth Revan and all those characters. I feel that'd be so awesome, and there's so many good cast options for that for sure.
Even a show about that, just delving into more of the Star Wars lore.
Right, and I think Tales of the Jedi, the animated show, is gonna be the best way for them to do that, because they went with Count Dooku and Ahsoka, which is great, but it's it's characters you already know, and I think that was safe for the first season, but I'm really hoping that they put out more seasons that are going to be more involved with a lot of other things. That'll make us like the characters even more. And And then more Star Wars stuff is that we have a lot of movies, a lot of like projects that have been announced, more than just movies. So we have the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. We have the Rey movie.
Ahsoka season 2.
Ahsoka season 2. We have the first Jedi movie. They haven't said much about it, but I think James Mangold is directing, if I'm correct. They have the Heir to the Empire movie from Dave Filoni and the Skeleton Crew TV show.
Oh, yeah.
So lots
Dawn
of
of the Jedi. It
Dawn
said
of the
it's set 25,000 years before A New Hope
Oh wow, okay.
and focuses on the discovery of the Force.
That's pretty
I
cool.
think that'll be good.
Especially James Mangold's a pretty good director, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, and then the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, I'm excited. I'm just hoping it's a good conclusion because I feel like at this point, if they're gonna make a movie, then I don't think they need like a season 4 to the show. So I hope it's a good conclusion for them, and then they can go into the Heir to the Empire movie, with Ahsoka and all the other characters. The only reason I'm concerned for the Heir to the Empire movie is that they need to find a way to put Luke, Leia, and Han in that movie because it's supposed to take place between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens, and it just wouldn't make sense for Luke, Han, and Leia to not be in that movie.
I actually think Leia needs to have a significant role in
Right.
that because she's kind of like the leader of the New Republic. And then we also need to get into like Kylo Ren's like backstory.
Yes, I genuinely think that would like make the sequel so much better.
Yeah,
if we can just understand like how
because a lot of it we just like don't understand like how like the First Order comes out of nowhere basically.
Yeah.
Like
right.
we need to understand like the beginnings of the First Order. And,
Exactly.
like how the New Republic kind of died and everything.
Right. And this is like another reason I would love Tales of the Jedi to have like a
Kylo
season
Ren.
with Kylo Ren
Yeah.
and Rey. Have like because they did 3 episodes with Ahsoka, 3 with Count Dooku. If they do 3 with Rey, 3 with Kylo, we can go into Kylo's whole backstory, how he meets Snoke and stuff. But then with Rey, we can actually understand because in Force Awakens, she's able to pilot, she's able to use the Force, she's able to do all these things.
And we know that she was also abandoned.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm fine with that, but it doesn't make sense considering.
especially if she's Palpatine's like granddaughter.
Right. Well, and that's what some people argue, but what I argue is that Luke was Anakin's son, and he didn't immediately get it right away. So I just need to understand if we can get some backstory to Rey, like maybe, I don't know, somewhere she learns to pilot by some guy on Jakku or something.
Or also like even if it's like a Palpatine show where like we learn about like Palpatine's children and then eventually lead that into Rey. Because that's a big part.
Yeah.
That was one of my things with the Rise of Skywalker is all they say about that is that she's Palpatine's granddaughter. And then they just don't say anything.
They don't explain, exactly. And there was never any setup that Palpatine had any children or anything like that. Had even like a love interest to begin with. So
we definitely need like a Palpatine, even if it's like an animated show.
Yeah.
Just like something.
Right. And I'm sure Ian McDiarmid, who's the actor for Palpatine, would love to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, he says he loves the role, so that would be really awesome too. And then, the Rey movie, it's like, I'm fine with that, but I'd much rather go more into before The Force Awakens, and then we can go into more after. But I'm fine. I'm hoping that they can maybe redeem Finn a little bit more, because he was kind of like thrown off to the side in the sequels. So if they could like make him a Jedi in this movie, I think that'd be cool. If they can show Rey have like a nice character arc, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one? Skeleton Crew. This one I think is also coming out like in October this year or something.
They're trying to make a lot of.
Yeah, they have a lot of announced that they just haven't done. Like even the Lando show, I forgot to put that on there. But like we don't know if that's happening either. They want to make like a Lando Calrissian show
About what?
or movie. Like about I don't know. Like I think
not that important of a character.
I think it's meant to be like a sequel to the Solo movie, but just with Lando. And right now we don't know if it's a movie, if it's a show. All we know is that Donald Glover is coming back, and that's it. Like I don't know. And Skeleton Crew is supposed to come out this year. I don't really know what it's about. I think it's
just another one of those shows that's just trying to take up space.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I'd much rather prefer a Palpatine show.
I know. We just, man, there's so much potential right now.
And they're just not using it. Okay.
Okay. Let's move from Star Wars. Let's talk about a Marvel or the MCU, or I guess it's just Marvel with this one, because we know X-Men 97, new show that just released on Disney Plus, meant to be a continuation of the old X-Men animated show from the 90s. I have not watched this actually. I've not watched the original show either. And I mean, part of it is that I didn't watch the original show. I don't have that nostalgia that a lot of people have. But another reason is that, I don't know, I'm just really disappointed with the MCU right now, overall.
Yeah, I feel like this will help it though.
Yeah, I mean, it's been getting great reviews right now.
That's what I've seen, and if it stays true to the original movie or show, because clearly if they're making a sequel to it, then the first show was good.
Good, right, yeah.
And so I just think that they just need to stick to, like, that plot.
Right, and I almost think that they should slow down with making shows for the MCU and do more shows like this. Like where they
bringing back old projects.
Right, like Spectacular Spider-Man, for example. That's something that, like, I would love to see. They only did 2 seasons of it, but it was such a good show, and there was so much more they can do with it. So that's, like, there's just a lot of things that they could do with Disney Plus in terms of these animated shows. And I think the live action should really just stick to the movies. Like, I know they're doing it because they're trying to promote Disney Plus. Obviously, they need something for the MCU, but I still feel like this will work great.
I hope so.
Yeah, and on the topic of Marvel, I also never watched the Echo show. I watched like the first episode, and I just got so bored. Like, I don't know why they made a show about her. Like, really, I saw some spoilers for it, and I think the only like big thing was how at the end it shows that Kingpin's gonna run for mayor, which, I mean,
what does that have to do with anything?
I'm pretty sure it's like gonna deal with Spider-Man and Daredevil and stuff, because I think, you know how in like Into the Spider-Verse, Kingpin is like the mayor in that one, I think.
Yeah, well, I think that what they need to do is, instead of making these like big reveals at the end of bad shows, they should just like either release it as like a 10 minute like short or something, like that, like the Spider Within, which we'll talk about in a bit,
right?
Or just put that at the beginning of a movie.
Exactly,
because that's a big thing that they're just putting at the end of a show that
right. That no one, I mean, and it's like, I mean, the Echo show, like, what was really the point? Because I don't know who it was, but I saw like a ton of reviews on it saying like there was really no point, like it didn't really add much, and yeah, it's just like, why not make more? Like, they could easily have put Echo into some bigger movie. Like, they could have put her in Spider-Man 4 and had this whole story, like, shortened down in that movie. Like, this did not need to be its own 6-episode TV show, in my opinion. And if you go on, what's it called? Rotten Tomatoes? Let me pull it up. I just want to see what the Echo score is. It's at, 71... and 61 for audience score.
That's not good.
Yeah, like for Marvel, that's not very good compared to what they were doing before.
Yeah, like let's compare that to a show like Loki.
Oh, Loki's actually lower than I thought it was, but it's still
86, but it's still way better.
It's still much better, right?
Echo.
And I feel like it should be higher. Loki was a really good show. Where's WandaVision? WandaVision 92. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I like WandaVision, actually. I think like the beginning it worked super well during like COVID in 2020 and 2021. That was great, but like I don't know why they're still doing it now. Okay,
so I just want to this is a little bit off topic, but
yeah,
just like to show like potential of like different shows. There's this show that came out in 2024. It's called Shogun. It's a Japanese show.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And that, I'm pretty sure it has really good reviews. Yes,
Isn't it like
99% tomato meter, 92%
wow.
audience score.
That's
And
crazy.
so, yeah, I mean, it shows that, like, shows on Disney Plus or Hulu or whatever can be good.
They can be really good, yeah.
Like,
it's just that I think, I don't know what it is, but I think part of it is that they're taking characters that no one cares about and making shows about them.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
There's plenty of characters that, you know what, I think that, like, even if Marvel made a show about, like, Tony Stark right after his parents died, or even a movie about that, I mean, I would definitely watch that.
Right? Yeah.
That's something that they need to do. Just take, like, these, like, these foundational characters and, like, make stuff about them. Or, like, maybe, like, a new Hulk movie.
Right.
Like,
Hulk, yes. I think that's huge. And not that She-Hulk. Nothing like that, okay?
Like, take the movie from 2008 and just redo it again.
Yeah. There's just, and I feel like that would be, like, a really good way to bring people back to Disney Plus in terms of Marvel. Because right now, no one's really watching any of their stuff. I mean, X-Men 97, I think, is doing really well. But that's also because of, like, the nostalgia a lot of people have for it.
And exactly, that's the thing. Tony Stark is a nostalgia character.
Right.
Captain America
so many people
is a nostalgia character. Like, just make these, like, backstory movies. Or even take, like, a line, take, like, a comic storyline and just make that a show.
Yeah. And don't do it like how Secret Invasion did it.
No.
Like, you need to take something that would actually work as a show. Because in my opinion, Secret Invasion should have been an Avengers movie.
Yeah.
That would have been really good. And right now, I don't know what's going on with the Avengers at this point, but yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, no, we'll see. Actually, okay, there's another Marvel thing I wanted to talk about real quick. So this was before I made, like, the notes for this podcast, or sorry, this was after that. But Florence Pugh, who's the actress for Yelena, Black Widow's sister, she posted a video on her Instagram that I saw a few days ago. And she showed the Thunderbolts set, like the new Marvel movie that's coming out, which is like the Marvel Suicide Squad, essentially. And it was actually, like, really cool. It's getting me really excited. But she showed, like, her whole costume, and then she showed some kind of, like, elevator, I think. And then she showed, like, this small picture of her in the movie. And it's making me really excited. Like, that's the type of stuff they need to do. Like, start increasing this hype with their actors, with, like, different advertisements and stuff like that, because
that's
I feel
a
like
good
that'll help
point.
a lot. Yeah, because man, like, especially with the Disney Plus stuff, like, they have not, like, done a good job of, like, generating hype for a lot of this stuff, and I feel like right now they're doing a good job with, you know, how they're going about it, because Deadpool 3, of course, is, like, going crazy right now, and I think Ryan Reynolds is a big part of that for sure. I mean, he's definitely really into this, which is awesome. But I just think this with Thunderbolts is really good, and having the actual, like, cast do this is gonna be even better.
I think that's something they could do with the Star Wars shows.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, there's, like, for sure with the Star Wars shows, because I feel like Star Wars is not as big as Marvel right now, especially since they're not, you know, in that sequel trilogy era anymore. They're not releasing movies right now, so. Yeah, that would be really good for any of their Disney Plus stuff. Yeah. So, okay, and then, on the topic of Deadpool 3, that's obviously, it's going to be the only movie coming out for the MCU this year. Yeah, they have obviously some shows, but this is the only movie for this year.
And so, it needs to do good.
This is
their one chance to redeem themselves.
Right, and I think especially since, like, this is something that a lot of people are super hyped for, you know. The first two Deadpool movies were great. Ryan Reynolds is great, and he's, like, putting up a bunch of hype for this, along with Hugh Jackman. So, this movie needs to be, like, insane. If it's not, like, I don't know.
The one I can think of this is, I think of this kind of like Ant-Man Quantumania. Because it's the same thing. The first two Ant-Man movies were incredible, and then the third one just took a nosedive. And I feel like this, I don't want to say it, but I feel like it could be the same.
Yeah, I hope it's not.
I don't want it to be.
I mean, Oh jeez, now you're scaring me. Like, if that does happen,
Well, yeah, I think like just like Deadpool as a character is just so out of pocket.
yeah,
I think they need that. That's the only thing
They
that's
do
gonna
need
save
that.
this movie.
and I'm glad they made it rated R. That
If
it's going to be that
if they
same.
make him like a censored character in any way, it's gonna ruin.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm nervous for is that, like, if he's going to be added to the Avengers, does that mean they'll make the Avengers movies rated R? Like, that's my only
I
question,
don't.
if they would
I
do
couldn't
that.
tell you.
Yeah. And then, yeah, the other Marvel stuff, Fantastic Four comes out next year. Spider-Man 4 comes out at some point. I don't know when. But there's been some updates about it. It looks like Zendaya is also returning, along with Tom Holland, of course. I
Which
don't
is
know how I
good.
feel. I mean, like, okay, so the only problem I have with that is that I feel like No Way Home ended off so well, where Peter just, like, accepted the fact that he can't be with MJ.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna. I don't know how they're gonna explain.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
they can't just. They can't. They. I think that if he like tells MJ everything or gets MJ to remember it somehow, then that needs to happen at the end of the movie.
yeah,
I don't think it
I
can
agree.
happen at the beginning.
right. Because I would love to see, like, especially once he gets the symbiote, if Black Cat gets put in the movie, that'd be really awesome. And I feel like there's just so many other characters that would be really good love interest to Spider-Man as well. That would just make it a lot better. I mean, I think MJ's great. Zendaya does a really good job, but I feel like the whole first trilogy with, like, Homecoming, Far From Home, all that stuff, it focused on MJ. So I feel like this next trilogy could focus on some of his other love interests too. So we'll see.
Yeah. Like maybe Gwen.
Maybe. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I thought Gwen was. Yeah, but yeah, if Gwen could actually be really good
yeah.
too. Yeah, but if she dies the same way like Anne, that would be so sad.
I don't think she will.
Yeah, I just like. I feel like Black Cat would be the best one because she's also kind of like superhero-ish. And the thing is, the reason Peter didn't tell MJ everything is because he didn't want her to get hurt again. But Black Cat would be a character that, like, wouldn't get hurt because she kind of already does.
No, I actually think that, like, especially because no one knows who he is anymore.
Yeah.
He just needs to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
That would be good too. If we Spider-Man 4 actually, if it's just like a grounded story.
Like, I just think like Black Cat should just be like a small time Queens, like, just like doing really small crimes. And,
Right.
Just like Spider-Man just stays in Queens.
That'd be cool.
That'd be nice.
And getting Scorpion because
just like a simple movie.
Right. And then you can have some build up with Kingpin, and then he could be like the big villain of Spider-Man 6 if that hopefully comes out.
The only thing is that if Spider-Man, if he's already like a senior in high school, like,
oh yeah, he's going to college now.
Exactly. Like, I don't know, like, is he gonna, and then how that works with like a Gwen potential character.
I mean, there's a lot of things because I think they're also thinking about introducing Miles in this next one. From like rumors and stuff, it could work. Like maybe he goes to college and that's where he meets Miles and Gwen, and yeah, we'll see.
Or if the movie's him training Miles,
that'd be really
Also,
cool
then-
too.
Miles is now the new Spider-Man because Miles is young. The only thing is that the really big thing is that just like he's going to college.
Yeah, right.
And like,
'Cause
I feel like that doesn't really fit Peter Parker.
yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to see Tom Holland's Peter grow up though too. Like
It would be,
there's a cool,
but I think there
I don't know.
needs to be something else.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, because
Like he had Ned in the.
that's true. I forgot about Ned. Yeah,
If he has Miles as an apprentice.
that'd be really cool actually. Because Tom Holland's already 27 years old. It's crazy. Like, what's it called? Civil War is almost gonna be 10 years. In 2 years it'll be 10.
That's
years.
crazy.
Like he's good. Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be in the MCU for 10 years. In 2 years. That sounds
And-
really weird.
I mean, it's funny how like, it's like he's in high school in 2016,
Yeah.
and then 2026 6 or whatever, 10 years later,
He's gonna be.
he's still in high school.
Yeah, the timing. Well, and then he also blipped away for 5 years.
Yeah,
I'm confused now.
I know. I think that they should have just. I feel like Endgame really should have just been the Endgame, and then they should have made
Like a
other
reboot?
side. Yeah, like a reboot. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That'd be crazy. I mean,
That's what they should have done.
well, that's what a lot of people say, and I agree and I don't agree. Because like I agree in terms of like Endgame was like an amazing finale to this whole MCU.
I feel like
At
the
the
build
same-
up since 2008.
Right. At the same time, there was a ton of like cliffhangers for all like a ton of characters. Like obviously Captain America, Iron Man, they all have great endings. But people like Spider-Man just came into the MCU. Someone like the Guardians of the Galaxy, they still didn't get their finale yet, really. So I agree and disagree like with how that, but it could have worked honestly. They could have done it somehow. Okay, more Marvel stuff. Now into like the Sony Spider-Verse stuff. So we got the Spider-Within short that came out this past Wednesday. I thought it was like pretty good. I don't know what
Yeah.
it didn't add too much, but I enjoyed the fact how
And it was nice though.
yeah, it was like a nice story. And I like how it increased the bond between Miles and his father. It
Uh-huh.
makes you really feel for him in Across the Spider-Verse more now, because you can you really see he really does care for his father, even though
Yeah.
they do have like a little tough relationship
Yeah, it's
sometimes.
a little intense.
Yeah, you can see like his father really cares for him. Miles goes to him for comfort, and
Yeah.
I did like that. Like it's super relatable
And
too.
it's nice because Beyond the Spider-Verse was supposed to come out
Friday,
yesterday or Friday or something.
That's crazy.
But it's nice that even though it didn't come out, they still
We
gave
got
us something.
this. Yeah. Which, I mean, just shows, hopefully that means Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out next year. But don't
They
have
haven't
your hopes
announced
too high.
anything, right?
No, all they said is that, so originally obviously it was March 29th, and then I think during the actor's strike, or the writer's strike, they said that it's just delayed indefinitely. So who knows? I mean, see, the only reason I think it could come out next year, they were planning to have it come out on this past Friday, right? That means they were working on it in some capacity while making Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
If they were really thinking it was going to come out
Well,
this past Friday.
There was that on the short that you made. Someone commented saying that it was like 90% complete.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, I mean, I can believe that. At the same time, in an interview over the summer during Across the Spider-Verse, I think Haley Steinfeld, who's the voice actress for Gwen, she was asked if she had recorded any of her lines yet, and she said she hadn't.
Yeah. So
Which, I don't know if they do the animation first or the voice first, but
I'm
I feel
not
like
sure.
voicing would make more sense.
but shout out to His Airness 5628,
Yes.
who said they worked on it simultaneously with Across the Spider-Verse, and it was 90% complete.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if they didn't record the lines, or I don't know how it could be 90% complete.
Right, exactly. Unless they do the animation first, which means... But that would be so hard for the actors. They would have to talk to line up exactly with the animation.
Or unless all the writing was done.
I'm guessing that because all the directors or creators, whatever, all that stuff, they've said that they have a story that's going to be a fitting ending. That means they know what the story is.
That's what I think. The writing was mostly done.
Yeah.
So then all there is left is the animation and the voice.
Their animation takes a long time. That's the only thing that concerns me a little bit.
Mm.
Who knows? I mean, who knows at this point? Hopefully next year. We'll see.
Hopefully before college.
Oh my god. We're going to be in college next year.
No.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
We're like Peter Parker.
We are like Peter Parker. We're like two halves of Peter Parker. And yeah.
And it's not the Spider-Man half.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're the broke half. Okay.
Who gets rejected from every class.
Oh no. Yeah, no MIT for us. Okay. So the next thing for Marvel. A new game. They just released a trailer. It's called Marvel Rivals. comes, or we don't know. I don't think we know when it comes out. Let me check. But it's meant to be like an Overwatch style game. Now I've never played Overwatch. It says early 2020.
PvP shooter.
Yeah, so the trailer looked pretty good actually. I mean, it looks like you're playing against like people, like actual people online, which I really like the idea of that with a Marvel game because they tried that with the old Avengers game. That obviously didn't really work.
Kind of like a Fortnite style.
Kind of, yeah. That's what I'm getting from there. Yeah, because I've never played Overwatch, but I played Fortnite and then Call of Duty. I have played a little bit. So if it's something like that, I think that could be fun and interesting. And I think it's free as well. So that's really
nice. That's something. Hopefully, this is something that'll get a little bit more of the audience back.
Right, because I think the problem with the old Avengers game is that it cost money, cost a lot of money.
And it wasn't good.
Yeah, it wasn't good. And it looked kind of off, like the costumes for the heroes and stuff like that. And I think, like, especially Spider-Man swinging, I saw videos about that, and it was really, really bad. So, yeah. But hopefully it's good, and it gets the same success as, like, the Spider-Man video games that have come out from PlayStation and stuff. Okay, let's move on. Now we're on to DC stuff. So obviously, James Gunn is getting to work on the Superman movie, as well as Peacemaker Season 2, I think. But Superman is the one that I'm really excited for because I think both Superman, Spider-Man, and then also Captain America, they're like the three, like, some of my favorite superheroes because they've been, like, some of my favorites since I was really, really young. So, I loved Henry Cavill as Superman, but unfortunately, they didn't do a great job with him, and that whole universe is kind of dead now, of course. But I'm really excited for this one, and we got like leaked images of the Superman costume. Let me see if I can pull it up actually. If not, then I'm sorry. But I saw it on TikTok. Yeah, these are not the ones
Well,
well, that's all right. We do have the logo though, because the logo is like officially from. No, I should have put James Gunn.
I think that James Gunn is going to save.
I agree.
Superman.
Based on his Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's directing this one. So this is the logo right here. It's a little bit different from the regular Superman logo. I like it. I think it's pretty nice.
I think it's still really similar to the original logo.
It's kind of hard to see. I kind of want to. Oh, my phone's over there.
Is that it?
No, that's not it. It's more like here. Let me see. This is the official one that James Gunn posted. Yeah, it's supposed to be similar to this.
That's nice.
Yeah, except the black is yellow, obviously. So maybe it's actually
more like that one.
A little bit, yeah. I like it. I actually like it. I think it's interesting. It's
nice that it's different.
Yeah, right. I agree, and I think that's a good like way of like separating this universe from the old universe, which I do like. But the costume I saw on TikTok, and if I can try maybe posting it on the community tab later today or something. But it's really nice. It's like a bright color, and they actually have him wearing like the red like underpants too, like a classic Superman, which I think is really cool. So yeah, the movie comes out July 25th, 2025. So next summer. So
that's actually really sooner.
Yeah, sooner than you think. I mean, time flies, and yeah. So, what else? He posted like I think a cast photo. Let's see if it's here. I don't know why they have none of this. Is like an official Instagram photo too. Maybe they have it.
Maybe
here. It's right here. Hollywood Reporter.
Oh, there.
Yeah, it is this one. I can tell from the description. But they're not showing it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that is the logo he posted. There's the script. And then this was the cast photo. They had like a table read, I guess. So this is really cool. There's Superman in the back. David Cornsweet. That's Lex Luthor. James Gunn, obviously. And then some other characters. So yeah, I think it'll be really good. I'm really excited for this one. And then, yeah, I think it'll be really good.
Looks good. I'm not as big of a Superman fan as you are.
Yeah. Right, but hopefully, I think James Gunn will do a good job, just considering what he's done with Guardians of the Galaxy. Right, and he's also doing Peacemaker season 2, and I never watched the first season, but I think right now he's saying that it's gonna like incorporate things from season 1, but still be different. So,
and I think that DC, I think James Gunn knows what's at stake now.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially with all his time working with Marvel.
Right.
That he knows how to attract an audience.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, he's been putting tons of stuff on the Instagram, so you can tell he's already generating.
He's promoting the movie, and
you're right, which is great because I mean we're
now it just needs to stick up to the hype.
Yeah, exactly. So, let's hope it does. And I don't know who the villain is actually.
Is it?
It's not Lex Luthor, which is, and I don't think it's Zod either.
Is it the engineer?
Yes, the engineer. That's they have all the
Metamorpho, Lois, Hawk Girl.
Oh yeah, Hawk Girl is. I don't know if she's. I think it's her. No. The engineer. Mr. Yeah, they have like a ton of like different like superheroes and stuff.
Who is the engineer? What is the engineer?
Yeah, I want to see that too actually. Oh, it's like a silver person.
Spica.
Yeah, here, let me see if
Member of the Changers
It's her.
who could alter his body using nanotechnology.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Oh no, that was the original. No, that was the original.
Oh.
I don't know which version they're including.
Yeah. Okay, so I know he's supposed to be a superhero. That's Lex Luthor, Superman.
Do you know which one's Lois?
Lois, I think, is her.
So that might be the engineer.
Maybe. Yeah, because I don't know. I forgot. And then he's supposed to be like a Green Lantern version, Guy Gardner. This is, I think, Metamorpho. That's Mr. Terrific. Maybe they're not in the photo. I don't know.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, so we'll see how the movie goes. I'm excited though. And they also announced the Supergirl actress as well. It's gonna be James Gunn. Millie Alcock, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's her right there. So yeah, her. So yeah, I think she's a good casting. She looks like Supergirl. So yeah, cool. Okay, now let's move on to. Okay, so yeah, so obviously March, really big month for movies. We got Dune Part 2, Kung Fu Panda 4, and then Godzilla X Kong came out Friday. So I actually watched Dune 2 last night. I've not watched Kung Fu Panda 4 yet, which I'm really sad about.
Tell us about Dune though. I didn't get a chance to see it either.
Yeah.
I was not here.
Right, in Japan. But yeah, so like Dune 2, I think it was really good overall. I only watched half of Dune 1, so I think I was a tiny bit confused in Dune 2, and there were a couple plot holes, but I don't know if the plot holes was because I didn't watch Dune 1, or if it's because they'll answer them in Dune 3. So, that's the thing. But overall, really enjoyable movie. Paul Atreides is a really cool character, and they really went, really dive deep into his character in this movie. And I especially love that whole first hour where he's like training and trying to become part of the Fremen. And then the whole last hour was great too, when there's that whole battle and he fights Austin Butler's character. I don't know what his name was, but yeah, just there was a lot of really cool action stuff. I'm excited for Dune 3, so I'm gonna go back and watch Dune 1.
I think you have to.
Yeah, and then I feel like that'll help me a lot for Dune 2, and then Dune 3 probably like in 2027 when it comes out. So yeah. And then yeah, hopefully we see Kung Fu Panda 4 at some point. I haven't heard the best things though, which makes me kind of sad because I love.
I wonder what it got on Rotten.
I think it's like 60 something or 70.
That is not
71.
Yeah, but the audience score is 86.
86. I feel like audience score you can trust a little bit
Yeah.
more. Because like the things that I've heard are that it's a good movie, but it's like a bad movie in comparison to the other three. So, I mean, that's a little disappointing, but at the same time, as long as it's a good movie, I'm kind of okay with that. And I feel like it looks like they're going to make Kung Fu Panda 5 and 6. So if they do a better job with that, I feel like I won't mind this one being just okay. And as for Godzilla Kong, obviously those type of movies aren't like the most high quality, but I've always enjoyed them. I think they're fun to see like them battle and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to watch that at some point. And maybe in our next podcast, if it's like not too far out from when these movies release, maybe we'll talk about them.
Yeah. So on the topic of other movies in March, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 came out this
it's
week.
like 100 Rotten Tomatoes, I think.
No, it's 50% on the one that isn't audience.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
It's like 81% audience score,
And
50% tomato meter.
Okay, so
Was
this
it?
is crazy. But a few days ago, when I checked this, it was at 100%. I'm like not joking. It was crazy. Now, keep in mind, when it was at 100, there was only like 7 reviews, I think.
The first one was at 3% tomato meter.
Yeah. So I think that was a big reason why it was at 100, is because the 7 people that reviewed it compared it to the first one, and so it looked like it was the best thing in the world.
I mean, no, like even looking at like the poster, it already looks better.
That's for
But
sure.
it already has 26 reviews.
Well, and I found out that they're actually making this a whole cinematic universe.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah.
Like they're including a whole bunch of other, not just Winnie the Pooh, also.
Yeah, I think Bambi's gonna be in it, Pinocchio. Here, let me actually pull this up because they have like a whole slate of movies.
Yeah, which every upcoming.
Oh, Peter Pan. So yeah,
Bambi the Reckoning.
yeah, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare.
I actually think that's fitting for Peter Pan, because when you
Yeah.
think about it more, Peter Pan isn't the best character. He's kidnapping kids.
That's true.
Taking them to an island.
That
So he's like the
could
he's
work
like the
actually.
he's like the Disney. Is it Disney? Or,
Yeah, Disney.
yeah, he's like the Disney Jeffrey Epstein.
That's so funny. Pinocchio Unstrung.
Yeah, I'm actually I think I'd watch the Peter Pan one.
Yeah. Okay, Pooniverse Monsters Assemble. So they are making an Avengers style movie with this universe.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Listen to this on the Peter Pan. Tinkerbell is gonna be an obese drug addict.
Oh my goodness. They're just ruining everyone's childhood. So, okay.
Well, I mean, so is the Bambi one. What is that?
Yeah, that's
Bambi.
crazy.
Oh
my goodness.
A young woman and her son are stranded in the woods, and they come across Bambi hungry for human flesh.
Oh my goodness.
The deer goes on a murderous rampage.
No. Oh no. What?
That's
not Bambi.
or the Pinocchio one.
Oh, okay.
No, that
Oh
was
yeah,
Bambi.
that was Bambi, okay.
The Pinocchio one is it's yet to be announced.
Okay. Well, so the thing is that Avengers style one is supposed to come out next year. So you're telling me they're gonna release? They've already released.
Well, they've already released 2. We need
Right. So I think the first one came out last year.
and they're gonna make a 3rd one.
Number 2 comes out this year, or already came out. And then we have. You're telling me they want Bambi, Peter Pan, and Pinocchio all to come out this year as well, so they can have the Avengers movie next year. That's crazy. That's a lot going on. And then they have Winnie the Pooh 3 as well. Wow. So if you guys don't know how they're able to do this, I think
Public domain.
Yeah, public domain, right?
So basically, Disney doesn't own any of the rights to these characters anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the rights expire.
Right.
I don't know how many years, but basically Disney never renewed them, or they couldn't renew them. So now anyone can make a movie about this. And
so funny.
They chose to make it a horror.
And that's the big thing, and I don't know why they did the same thing. So another one was Mickey Mouse, but not like the regular. It's like the Steamboat Willie one.
Is that gonna be a horror?
Yeah. So they're making 3. They're making.
Oh, because that's also public domain.
Yeah, they're making 2 horror movies that are completely separate, and then they're also making a horror video game with Steamboat Willie. It's insane what they're doing with this.
Yeah.
Like what's with all the horror with these things?
Oh yeah. So
this is the movie poster, I think, and then this is the video game Mickey.
That's scary.
I know, it's so scary.
Here, let me find the image that.
I mean, yeah, it's so funny though. But I really want to see when things like Star Wars and Marvel will come out of the public.
Look at this. That's not Mickey Mouse.
That's oh my god.
What are they gonna do to I hope it's just the original Steamboat Willie, because I don't want them to make a horror Donald Duck.
Oh. Well, yeah, so right now it's just Steamboat Willie, but I'm pretty sure in a few years those characters will start coming in too. Like the regular Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Goofy, all that stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think, Star Wars.
Hopefully Lightning McQueen never enters public domain.
But that's going to be a long time.
No, I know, because it's really recent.
Right.
But
2006.
So.
Wait, when?
We're probably not going to be around anymore.
Yeah. Public domain. 2052?
Oh no,
That's actually kind of soon. Wait, how is that possible? I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of things on this. Wow.
Winnie the Pooh entered. Tigger the Tiger is also.
Oh yeah, isn't he? Yeah, he's in the second Winnie the
Pluto will be available in 2026.
Oh wow. Okay. I bet you we're gonna see a Steamboat Willie and Pluto movie then in 2026.
It's gonna be Pluto's gonna be some killer dog or something.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And then Mickey's or Steamboat Willie's gonna be his owner, and then it's gonna just go on a rampage just murder.
This is insane. What's the point of making all that? Yeah, take it off. Okay. Okay, so the last thing we wanted to do today, let's play a game called Wavelength.
Yes.
And if you guys don't know what Wavelength is, basically one person thinks of a number, and then you have categories, I guess. So for example, say my number was 2, and then Dylan asked me to give a school subject. I would say something like math, right, or science, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess that kind of depends on the person, but that's basically what we're gonna play. So I will use, we'll both probably do one round. So I'll use a random number generator, or it has to be from 1 through 10. So I'll use to spin the wheel, and I'll just put in 1 through 10.
So wait, so am I asking you a question? Or
Yeah, so basically, like, you can just do whatever category you want, honestly. Okay.
wait, so am I guessing the number?
Basically, yeah. So basically, what you'll do, so you get like four like questions, or like four
Guess the number.
things, not like questions, but like you'll ask like. So for example, you'll ask, "Give me a Star Wars movie," and then I'd say something like, I don't know, Return of the Jedi, right? Like, so then you'd have to think, oh, okay, Return of the Jedi for me is about like a 9 or a 10, so it's gonna be somewhere around there. And then you could ask like, okay, give me a snack, and then I'd say something, I don't know, like goldfish.
Oh, wait, so it's like, so it's, I think I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll see. So we'll
Maybe
put the,
you want me to start?
yeah, okay.
So
let me-
I'll keep the number I have right now.
yeah, and so let me find a number.
Yeah,
And,
it's only from 1 through 10, by the way.
oh yeah, because it can't be better, greater.
Right.
Okay, I have one. It's gonna show up on the screen
Okay.
about now.
Cool. Okay. Let's see. Give me a soda.
Fanta.
Fanta. I've not had Fanta in a long time. I'll go like 6 range right now. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. How about a Marvel movie? Like an MCU only.
Shows or movie?
Yeah, or yeah, both. Whatever's like easiest to pick.
Okay, I'll go Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay. That was okay. I will move up maybe like 5, 6-ish.
Okay.
What else should I do? Okay, give me a fast food restaurant.
Oh.
If you need to search up any, that's alright.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna go In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. Oh goodness. Now I'm at like a 7. Because In-N-Out's pretty good. Okay, last one is just give me a Star Wars movie. Including like Solo and Rogue One if you need.
Attack of the Clones. I don't know.
Attack of the Clones. Okay, I'll say 7.
6.
6?
You had it on the
I
first
had
one.
it the whole time.
You were right around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get this one. Okay. We'll put the number right now, and let's.
Okay. Give me a color.
A color. Blue.
Blue's like a 10. Okay. Give me a Marvel movie.
Wow. Okay. Infinity War.
It's still 10.
You can use the ones I put on the notes as well.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah.
Give me a food cuisine.
Food cuisine. This kind of varies, but like, I mean, I'm like, I'm trying to think if I should do one that like I would say, or like general consensus. I feel like we'll go Italian.
That's okay. Still a 10.
Okay.
And I had one. I just forgot it. No.
No.
Oh, give me a minute. Give me a Cars movie.
A Cars movie? There's only 3.
There's only 3 options. Or you can include Cars on the Road
Cars.
or the meter shows.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we gotta go. Cars 1.
Yeah, your number's 10.
It's 10. Yeah. That was easy. Because, like, 10 is, like,
Alright,
the best.
Infinity War Blue. Those gave it away.
Those are, like, the best things in the world.
And then, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Should I do another one?
Yeah, let's do another one. That was fun.
Ooh, okay. This is gonna be tough.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we'll put it on.
Yeah, putting it on the screen right now.
I'm trying to think, like, what other things I can do. Give me... What artists or, like, singers do you know the most songs from?
That's a good question.
Like,
I'm gonna look at Spotify.
like Eminem, maybe?
Yeah, I know a couple Eminem songs.
Okay. Maybe give me an Eminem song.
This is... I'm just looking at a list of Eminem songs.
Oh, yeah. No, Eminem's gonna be stuck in my head for a while.
This is it. Okay, I'll just do... I actually haven't heard that many songs.
Mhm.
I've only heard... So, but out of the ones I've heard, I'll say, Without Me.
Okay, that's a pretty good one.
Which, yeah. Well, out of the ones I've heard, yeah. Okay. I won't
Okay.
give anything else away.
Because it's out of the ones you heard, like, I'll say it's like around an 8, maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, next one. Let's go NFL quarterback. Like, playing right now. It's not like Tom Brady or anything.
I gotta look at another one. There's just so many quarterbacks that, like,
That's true.
I think I'll just say, Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott. Okay. Like, I like
Including the playoffs.
including playoffs. Okay. Then maybe a more like 5 to 7 range,
Okay.
around there. Okay, next one. Maybe I'll do fast food place again.
Oh, Taco Bell.
Taco. I don't like Taco Bell. Well, 5, yeah, 5, 6 or something like that. Okay, last one. Give me a season. So like spring,
Well,
summer.
there's only 4 options.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. It's different. Like, okay, should I say in general or like
yeah.
Phoenix?
We'll do Phoenix.
Summer.
Okay. Summer is like great generally because no school, but it's Phoenix.
Yeah,
So-
but I mean, I guess like we have air conditioning and stuff, so it's not like
That is true.
Not that bad.
We have pools.
We have pools, yeah.
This is really tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 5.
4.
4. I'm always one off.
it's a lot harder with the lower numbers.
Yeah, it
Especially
really
for
is.
me to like think of one. Like
Yeah.
that's the problem with like I've only heard like I've heard the Eminem songs. I've heard Mockingbird, Without Me, Slim Shady, Venom, Lose Yourself, Till I Collapse.
Yeah.
So like that isn't a lot to choose from.
Yeah, because I feel like
They're all really like
yeah.
I'm not saying don't get mad at me, I'm not saying Without Me isn't a bad song. It's a good song. I'm just
Out of those, it's like one of the lower ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd agree. Like out of those, I don't know, maybe because Slim Shady is like it's such a good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like Lose Yourself's a classic.
Yeah, for sure. Now we're gonna talk about Eminem songs.
Yeah, if you want that in the next episode.
Then we
Tell
can
us.
talk all about it.
Yes.
Well,
The
because-
Eminem Initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
TEI. Tie. Okay. You want to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do one more. Let me spin the wheel and. Okay. Put it on the screen now, and. Okay. Yeah. Let's get started.
Okay. Give me an Indian food.
Indian food. This is, I'd say,
Or like one that's like common.
yeah. Now, let me just search Indian food right now.
Let me search.
Because I just need like a list. Sorry. So. I think biryani.
Ooh. Like chicken biryani or biryani in general? Actually, I guess both of us. I'm being like 8 or 9.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
Let's see. Give me a school subject.
school subject
This year.
this year, like with the subjects we have.
Like, yeah, or like with like the like there are some classes that were really good in the past and then like
Okay,
not so good this year.
that's tough. Like, because we have like a lot of different classes, like with English and math and all that.
Yeah, but I feel like I know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, man, this is tough. Like, I feel like there's nothing, like, I don't know.
Not a big school guy.
What elective do you take?
Linear algebra.
Linear algebra. Okay.
Yeah, don't say that though. Like, don't say like an elective. Say like a broad category.
Like a broad
like
category.
history or English or math.
Okay.
Latin or something.
I will go with English, I guess.
Oh, that brings it down.
Okay.
Now I'm thinking around like 5 or 6.
Okay.
Name a sport.
Sport. Like to watch or play?
Ooh, let's say watch.
Okay.
I know
Then,
you don't play football.
Yeah. right. I'd say for watching then basketball.
back at like, I don't know, I'll say 7.
Okay.
Let's look at. Oh, name a car brand.
A car brand. Okay, this is another thing I need to pull up. Okay. Do you want like a good overall car, or like maybe like a sports brand type thing, or like a
Just in like overall.
overall? Okay.
Yeah, it's like Mercedes or Lexus.
Right.
Ford or something, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd go. I'll say Mercedes.
Damn, this is
Yeah.
hard.
I feel like I made this harder than it should be.
Okay, I'm just gonna lock in 7.
It's 8.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
8, but then okay.
I think I messed you up with English.
Yeah, because this yeah, I don't know. That wasn't a good one to ask either.
Yeah, cool. I feel like okay, so like I don't know. I think I was thinking too much of like this year's subjects.
Yeah.
So like I thought about your English, and I feel like your English is pretty good. I was gonna say math because I thought like your math is also pretty good. But yeah, I feel like especially this year, there's nothing really like in the 8 range because Latin's like a 10, and then everything else is like way lower.
Well, that's just okay.
And I didn't want to say Latin because then I knew you'd jump all the way up.
I would have gone up to 10, especially
Right.
because chicken biryani is
Right.
also a 10.
Because the first one you were already thinking like 8 or 9, and I'm like, if I say Latin, he's gonna go 9 to 10.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And what was the third one?
the third one was
Sport. Oh, it's sport.
yeah,
Yeah,
sport.
basketball.
Basketball. So like I know that's probably more like a 9, but I just wanted to bring you back up. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really watch basketball.
That's true.
Like
I
it's more just playing basketball.
yeah, I feel like football's the one that I watch like.
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, if you had said football, I would have said 10.
Exactly. That's the thing, and I feel like basketball is kind of like the second best out of like watching sports, maybe. At least in terms of like general consensus for sure. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's kind of all we had planned for today. But
So, yeah,
yeah, I guess that's kind of
pretty
it.
fun.
Yeah, this was fun to do. I
Let us know what you think about it.
Podcast. Yeah, if you guys like this, we'll definitely do more podcasts. This was a lot of fun to do. Even just talking, just here. So yeah, we'll hopefully post this in a little bit, and yeah, let us know what you guys want to see if you want to see more of this stuff, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.